Hi Pisces, and welcome to your January 2024 energy reading. We are going to do things a little differently. I have a couple questions. We're going to go through those. We're going to get advice, guidance, maybe some helpful hints how to move through them. And then we're going to be looking into your future insight, okay? So kind of interesting here. Well, not kind of, I think very. I'm going to change my wording on that. But we have Tarot Oracle. We have live Tarot and Oracle at the end. Remember, these are energies that could be coming in and around you, people, situations, events, whatever it is that maybe triggers you, maybe wanting to feel or make change somehow in your life. I'm going to say, for whatever reason, I'm saying this for you and haven't for some of the other signs, which is interesting. So you needed to hear that. I also just want to say that this is for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, or Rising. You may find sometimes you'll listen to your sun sign and it will happen as said, right? Or you may not resonate with it at all, and you might go to your rising or moon sign and be like, ah, that makes more sense. And even in some cases, all three will kind of tie together, as weird as that is. So keep that in mind. But let's get started. First question out, Pisces, is what do I need to let go of January 2024, or what is not working for me? Okay. We have Dandelion, Wounded Healer. Oh, how interesting. Chiron. Ooh, I like that. With the Five of Cups. There we go. There couldn't be a better card in the deck, seriously, to go along with the Wounded Healer, Chiron. If you're not into astrology, I'll just give you a bit of a breakdown here with Chiron, the Wounded Healer, okay? What it tends to be in astrology is Chiron represents in our lives the deepest emotional or spiritual wounds that we have. If you have an astrology reading based on your own personal birth chart with correct place of birth and time of birth, very important, you will find where Chiron lands in your chart, and you can find out about Chiron, the Wounded Healer, and where those wounds, what area of your life it is, because we don't always remember them, right? So you come in not knowing that that was going to be your wound for this lifetime. So it does take work to, one, figure out what it is, and two, to then work on it. And I just love this cup because this is someone who doesn't want to work on it. This is someone who is so distraught and upset and whatever it may be, wounded, that they only see three fallen cups. They refuse to look at the two full cups behind them. They refuse to look over and see a bridge that leads to a castle with animals, the whole 9 yards, happiness. They can't see that. So I think the message here from Spirit for you is, well, I don't think, I know. Enough of this. This is what you're letting go of. You're going to let go of being the victim in your own life. Okay? And I know that may sound hard to hear, but it really, it's not your fault. This is what you came in with, just like all the other planets and sign placement and housing placement in your birth chart, right? We come in. Well, I think if you are a Christian, maybe, or not, I don't even know if it has to be a Christian thing, but if you believe that God has sent you here and God has a plan for your life, yes, the birth chart will show you that plan. Okay, so that's very interesting. And FYI, I am an astrologer and do astrology readings. So you can go to my website. There's a link in the description box if that's something that interests you. It doesn't matter what country you're from. I can do them for anyone, and we meet over Zoom. Okay, so just that's a side note. But back to, this is you. Dandelions used a lot for herbal medicinal, or their herbal medicinal. It's an herbal, oh my gosh, I'm not saying this right. It is an herb that can be used well, it's a weed that can be used for healing, for medicinal purposes. There we go. If you're into that, you might want to look up dandelion. That may mean something for you. It could be an individual message here, but this is really letting go of that victim mentality and what that Chiron is for you. Okay, now, how can you release this? What's their advice or guidance on how to move past this? Strength. Sweet grass, sacred medicine. Okay, definitely look up dandelion and what its medicinal purposes are, or spiritually, what does the dandelion mean? Because it could strike a chord with you. But it's about having the strength. With the Three of Pentacles, it's about having strength and not being afraid to go to others for advice. So for some of you, I always advocate going to a doctor, whether it's a mental health care professional or a physical health care professional or an emotional health care professional, right? So going to someone for help or people for help, experts in the field, working with them. That's what this card represents, with the Strength card being strong enough to do that, to be your own medicine almost is what I want to say, right? For you to be your own healer, for you to figure out what this wound is and how to get past it is going to be sheer strength and determination of wanting to move past it and going to others for help if you feel you need to. But this card came out, so I'm going to say they're definitely suggesting that for you. Now, are there going to be any obstacles coming up or things you need to watch out for, as in synchronicities, coincidence, whatever you want to call it, or even maybe protection or warning? So let's take a look. We have this card. I don't know how to pronounce this. Rhodiola, maybe, with wisdom. Okay, this is definitely what do you need to be looking out for, because wisdom isn't going to be an obstacle. So what do you need to watch out for? Wisdom. But where? We have a unicorn here. Love that. That's magic. So I feel like it's going to be wisdom in a place that you normally maybe wouldn't think to go looking for it. I mean, the wisdom's also within you, right? Yes. But like I said, if you're working with other people, it's the wisdom to kind of know who to go to. When I said it's within you, look here with the tower. The tower is always, you know, something crumbling to the ground, burning to the ground so that it can be cleared away and it can be built new again, okay? So it's kind of like letting go of what's no longer serving you and bringing in what does, similar to the Death card. But with the tower, it can sometimes be very dramatic and very hard, like something hard that happens, or it's maybe an inconvenience in some way. It can go either way. For you here, I feel that this is you learning from your past mistakes, from your Chiron. The obstacle is being wise to look back at all the times that things in your life have crumbled to the ground and to learn the lessons from them. And take the wisdom from each one, because while it may have been painful and hurt, or while it may have just been a small scratch, right? Whatever it is in your life, there was magic in that to help you learn a particular lesson for yourself to grow. So that is something for you to watch out for. And like I said, because the unicorns here makes it magical for me, means it could pop up anywhere. You could hear somebody say something, you could read something, you could watch a video about something, and it could be one line in that video. Somebody says something and you're like, bingo, that's the solution, or that's a wise piece of advice, sage piece of advice, okay? For how to heal yourself. Now, how do you deal, like, how can you deal with this? How can you learn to trust the wisdom, or be able to go in and look at your tower moments and find the wisdom? Very interesting. It's elder. Here we have going to people. I feel here maybe about going to an elder, someone, if you have an elder, or someone in your life that you trust. Okay? Pisces, someone else in your life that you trust, that will be honest with you, that's not going to just say what you want to hear to help you figure out maybe the lessons that needed to be learned and have you learned them, right? Or how to move out of this energy up here. They have you going to people. I think this is very important for you, Pisces. With winter here, this is going to be happening. Maybe this were in winter season. All right, it is January. This may already be happening to you, or something that could be coming up. Energy is going to be coming in and around you, situations, people that are going to trigger this in some way in you. And you're going to go, oh, I'm remembering back now to the reading. This is what I need to do. The other thing that I want to say with elder, though, is when you think of elder, you think of older person, right? And you think of ripe old age, wise, okay? Because they've lived their life. They're now up, I don't know, in some cases, I just like to think 70s or 80s. They could be in their 60s, who knows, okay? I don't think there's necessarily an age to it, but I'm just saying in my mind's eye, that's what I'm seeing, which means they've been through everything. At some point in 60, 70, 80 years, they've pretty much experienced everything, and that's why they're wise. Oh, I love that. I didn't even bring the tarot out yet. Ace of Cups. They are here with the Ace of Cups, which is new beginning. They are here, I feel, that this is what you will get from them, is learning how to love yourself again, learning how to find joy in your life again, learning how to find your creativity in life, compassion for yourself and for others, self-love, self-care. That's what they're going to bring to you. Oh, Pisces, I love this. Let's look at the card now. What is something that you can focus on this January that will benefit you in different ways throughout the year? Be thankful, gratitude, appreciation, and harmony. This is a tough lesson, Pisces. I'm going to say this right now, okay? Whatever it is that is your wound up here, you need to be thankful. I know it's going to be hard. Even as I'm saying this, I'm like, oh, I can feel it. It's going to be hard. But you want that peace and harmony in your life. So this is almost like gratitude of being thankful that these situations, these towers have happened to me so that I could learn. And if you haven't, revisit the towers and learn the lesson, okay? Get wise about it. But be thankful that some of the things that have happened in your life that haven't happened to other people have happened because it is how you are learning and growing this lifetime. And all I said, it seems tough, hard, or even just maybe a small scratch or bump, it's still something for you to learn from. Be thankful that you're listening to this reading right now, Pisces, and that spirit, God, source, universe, your spirit guide teams, etc., are coming through and saying, you can come over this wound in your life. It's going to take strength. You're going to have to look back on some of the low points. But you have people here that want to help you, and your angels as well. So love that message, Pisces. Let's get some tarot here for clarification, confirmation, advice, guidance, whatever else needs to be laid out on the table. But don't forget that you can also get an astrology reading to find out about your wounded healer, Chiron, okay? Two of Swords, it's a decision to be made. You want to bring that balance in, that harmony, that good feeling. You want to take the right path. Show gratefulness, appreciation. Call upon your helpers here to help you choose the right path to go down, to move past your Chiron wound. You don't have to sit in indecision. You have people and you have spirit to help you. Wheel of Fortune. Love that that's coming out. See how the owl hopped on? Hop on. The Wheel of Fortune's turning in your favor. This reading is like your Wheel of Fortune, right? There's also going to be something that will happen in your life, different for each one of you, where you go, oh, this is my opportunity. I need to seize it. Okay, and you do, because when the Wheel of Fortune's turning in your favor, it's a chance for change. That's what it is. The wheel's turning, and it changes with every rotation, right? So this is for you to hop on and make the changes. Four of Swords. For some of you, I want to say you may need to take a little time out. You may need to take a breather. Okay, you may need to take a breather, just, you know, a few days, weeks, whatever it is, from hearing this message. If you're aware or you want to start working on this, to maybe just get into a calm, serene place, get into a healthy place, reconnect with spirit and talk about what it is that you want to do here. Maybe it is going for that astrology reading to understand your Chiron. All right, maybe it's just to quiet your mind in meditation or in just, I like to call it just quiet time for yourself, right? So that you can be reflective, look at those tower moments, figure out what you have learned, and if you have applied it to your life. Okay, so it's that sort of thing. Let's get one more card for advice, guidance, clarification, or confirmation of the cards, Pisces. Oh, that one, I feel like it wanted to flip. So we're going to take it. Walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. Yes. Even when everything feels hopeless here, like the Five of Cups and this wound that you have, your strength will get you back, okay? Your Four of Swords could be the walkabout where you are in, you know, quiet contemplation. And maybe that is where the wisdom comes from to you about what it is that you need to do. So thank you very much, Pisces. I appreciate your time, and I will see you in February.